Hello, and welcome to another episode of Creating Cultures that Outperform. We're kicking off our new series on human-machine teaming. We're going to be looking at all the things happening in the AI marketplace. We did do an episode on human-machine teaming as part of Innovative Culture, that whole series. But now so much is happening in the world of AI. It can't be ignored. It's going to have a very major influence on corporate culture. And the companies that choose to augment their workers with AI rather than replace them are the ones who are going to become the dominant companies of our era. You're not getting rid of humans, you're augmenting them to make them better. And so Terry and I thought that this, OpenAI's introduction of Operator, which is an intelligent agent that can go off and do things for you independently, this is a breakthrough. This is a major change. It has a lot of implications for your personal life as having an assistant and for the world of work. So let's talk about it a little bit. I think it bears repeating that this quote that we've used in the past, we should automate the work and humanize the jobs. Let's give the mundane to the machines and the purpose back to the people. This starts to make that a reality because you'll be able to do mundane things very well with this out of the box. And what is Operator? Operator is an intelligent agent that can do things for you. It's got a few features that are really new. A, it's intelligent. It can read screens and understand what's on them. And B, it can take tasks and direction if you've used ChatGPT and put prompts in and ask ChatGPT to go do stuff for you. That does things for you, but it's a large language model. It's generative AI, and it comes back and it'll give you a set of recommendations. It's not really doing work for you. You've got to interact with it the whole time. This is intelligent. It can go off and do stuff. You can say, hey, go find X on the internet. Terry's going to demo something. But this is very, very important. It's a fundamental shift in AI. I think it's going to be huge. It was introduced on the 23rd of January by OpenAI. I'll bring up a video by OpenAI a little bit later just to show you out on YouTube. I think you should watch it. And I think you should start to use Operator personally. Just try it out. So, Tara, I'll turn this over to you.
Yeah, I think this is going to be groundbreaking. This is something that we've never seen before. We've seen kind of these RPA bots that can be programmed based on what you're doing to record what you're doing and then go and do it for you. But with this Operator is thinking. You can see it on the screen, and we'll show this quick video, but you can see how the guy is giving it instructions. So he's speaking to the operator, so to speak, but he's giving instructions, and you'll see those come up on the screen. And then the operator is going behind the scenes to do what he's asking it to do.
Help me find a two-bedroom apartment.
I don't think it's an exaggeration, sorry about that, to say that this makes robotic process automation a legacy technology very quickly. Just like RPA took those desktop automation tools, like we used a tool called Automator in the 90s. That was basic, but it could automate a lot of desktop tasks. RPA came along. That was an advance. This is the next level. So let's take a look at this. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no worries.
I had to chime in.
Help me find a two-bedroom apartment in Melbourne that has a car park, accepts dogs, and is under $750 a week. All right, I can see it going to Bing, straight to realestate.com.au, into filters, apartments, filtering through the price range, adding in the car spaces, and filtering places where pets are considered. Cool. Now, it's come back with 5 different options. I'm going to go with option 1. All right, let's see if it can book an inspection time for me. All right, it's actually filling out the form. Done. That actually worked. And I've got the email. That's insane. Help me find a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, so you can see this guy is just talking to the agent as in a similar way that he would have gone out to apartments.com to do these searches, and then he'd have to filter and click and look and find, which ones he thinks he might like, and then set up an opportunity to go and tour. All of that happened in seconds.
Oh, and the speed of it is remarkable. The ability to take the prompt he gave it and to understand what actions to take, what sites to go to. It understood kind of the order to approach this task in on its own. So it built its little process in the background and followed it, but it did it instantly. And this is the power of these. There are a few of them in the market. It looks like what OpenAI has done is the most powerful. Anthropic's Use Computer is another one that's out there. A little more basic from what I can understand. I haven't used it. But really, this is a fundamental shift, and it's going to have a huge impact on corporate culture, human machine teaming in the enterprise and in the home, because you'll be able to use this to go, get plane ticket reservations. Now, the beauty of this is you can tell it to stop if there's something sensitive that needs to be done in the interface. Like, I'd like you to go out and book me 2 tickets to Florida. I'd like you to find the cheapest flight down. I need to go next Monday. I'd like to leave around this time. If you can get me that flight, please take it all the way to the point where you have to enter credit card information. I'll take over there. And it'll stop and come back to you. If it gets stuck, it'll come back with questions. It's intelligent. So this is something so different than anything we've seen, Tara. I think this is exciting. As far as these breakthroughs go and where AI is going, I think this is absolutely remarkable. No question.
It is super exciting because it kind of gives the power to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to have a lot of money to use this. We've talked before about ChatGPT, but this kind of takes ChatGPT to another level. And you can use all these tools for free. Now is the time to start learning, because AI is just going to cause things to advance so rapidly. Things are just going to continue to change quickly. So you want to make sure that you're learning, you're out there playing around with these tools, seeing what they can do, seeing how they can help you in your everyday life. There's so many things that I've started using just ChatGPT for, just out of curiosity, to figure out how to do the prompts. What is it going to tell me? How can I ask more questions? And even when you're talking, it's having a real conversation with you. You can tell that it's thinking about what you're saying and giving you back solutions. And I say thinking, but you guys know what I mean. It's not really thinking, but it's searching through its knowledge, which is exactly what we do.
At lightning speed.
Yeah. At lightning speed. We're going to talk about that, how the advances in the hardware side of things have made some of these things possible, to have powerful computers that are affordable in a desktop version. We're going to talk about that some, but
that's our next episode. Actually, we're going to do NVIDIA's Grace Blackwell supercomputer, desktop supercomputer. It's mind-blowing. The power and speed of this changes everything. I mean, it's just so fast, but we don't want to give away the secret. If you haven't followed that at all, it's big. You should tune into that episode next week. That's going to be a very good one as well. But this is really different because it goes off independently on the internet. It's running a browser in the cloud. So it's doing all of this, and it's not on your computer at all. It's out in the cloud doing everything. You could kick off multiple tasks. If you go in and look at the OpenAI announcement on YouTube where they talk about the product, they can have it doing 4 tasks at once. So you can be kicking off a lot of different things, and it's like having multiple helpers working with you in the background, in the cloud, coming back to you, emailing you when they're done, maybe texting you, however you want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Just that power.
I recently saw a commercial that's using some of this technology, where the person put in the different criteria into the search engine to say, or into the AI assistant, and told the assistant to go and find me a restaurant that's available at this time, that's dog friendly, that has outdoor seating, and text the reservation, make the reservation and text the reservation to the person I'm meeting.
Yeah.
Like, all of that happened with voice commands, and in a matter of seconds, there was a text message sent with the details of the restaurant. So it just kind of changes the game completely, because now you're not having to go out and do every little step in that process manually. You can send off an agent to go do it for you, which is huge, because now you're saving time. You're not making all these different steps, and you're only getting involved when what you're asking for is not available, or they have multiple options. Then you, as the human, get to come in and apply human logic to decide which thing you want to take, which option you want to take. So this is earth changing. Like, this
is just huge.
The way of life for every person. And the fact that it's out there as a free tool that anybody can use. This is just phenomenal.
Oh, it's amazing. And so, Tara, I'm going to go to that YouTube announcement. I think that basically you should go here. This is the Introduction to Operator and Agents. It's on YouTube. You could just type that in. You'll go right to it. This gives you a really good overview. It's not very long. It's 23 minutes. You should definitely take a look at this. And you'll begin to get a sense of it. And you can also go to this Introducing Operator webpage at openai.com. Talks about it, goes through the things it could do. I think this is just really good for you to go through. Very important. And you'll start to get a sense of what this is. And that's the best place to start. There's a lot of different information out there. Start with OpenAI, go right to their site, take a look at this information. This is breakthrough. And, you know, we've talked many times about the fact a lot of technologies come along. Every once in a while, things come along that are disruptive. And we've had a few disruptive technologies over time. This is the latest. AI is being hyped because it is just really all that and that powerful. So this makes such a difference. And remember, success in corporations is going to be leaders who make sure they understand these technologies and people are being augmented to work more effectively. You're replacing the mundane with tools like this and giving people better work to do. You're leveraging human creativity to create an innovative culture, the whole human machine teaming. Teams of people teamed up with machines, all working together. That's going to be the real AI-driven enterprise and an AI agile culture. That's where this is heading. It'll be AI agile. That's really where this ends up. And it's the corporations that make people better that are going to be the ones who ultimately win because of this.
Yes,
and
absolutely. So don't get left behind. Go ahead and get out there, start trying out these new tools, play around with it, see how you can help your employees, help your colleagues. You know, go ahead and try it out. It's fun. You can tell we're both kind of giddy about this thing because it's just fun. It really.
I use AI all the time. I'm always on GPT doing stuff. It's fantastic. You know, if I want to evaluate multiple products, I say, hey, give me an evaluation of these two products. Comes back with something very cogent based on all the data that's been imported into the LLM. It's amazing, really. I think this is such a game changer. It's huge. And so this intelligent assistant, it's an intelligent agent, goes off and does stuff on its own. This is different. This is a breakthrough. It is something you absolutely have to be aware of. And if you don't have ChatGPT Pro, get the license and then open up Operator and start playing with it. I think you're going to find you'll be excited as we are. This is really cool stuff.
Yes.
By the way, I never mentioned, this is Terry Mays, Certified Culture Engineer, and I'm Frank Wander, the founder and CEO of People Productive. You know, we're here every Wednesday at 3:00. We took a few weeks off over the holidays and actually been shifting gears to AI. So we didn't broadcast last week. I was going to broadcast an old episode, but I didn't bother. So from here on in, we're back on the weekly schedule. We're doing AI, human machine teaming. It's going to make a major impact on culture and productivity. And so certainly you're going to want to really participate in this series. I think it's very good. We're going to be bringing you kind of all this breaking news about what's happening, and you can follow us and start to play along with these things. And I think you'll really enjoy it. But, you know, every Wednesday at 3:00, hope to see you next week for our talk about the new desktop supercomputer from NVIDIA.